So debt valuation, we'll just have a few note. So debt is always quoted at 100 per nominal. Debt can also be quoted as a percentage. For example, if it can be told as 97% or it can be told as $97. Both mean that $100 is the nominal value and 97 is the market value. So the nominal value will always be 100. Interest on debt is stated as a percentage of the nominal value. This is known as the coupon rate. It is not the same as the redemption yield or debt or the cost of debt. Okay, so assume that you have a bond. The bond will have a coupon rate. What is coupon rate? Coupon rate is the number or the percentage which is printed on the bond paper. So that is called as the coupon rate. Okay, so if it's printed as 10%, the company will always pay you 10%. But there's another numbers like called as uh, redemption yield or the market interest. This number can be like 12%. So don't confuse between what is printed on the bond. What is printed on the bond is the coupon rate. What is the market rate is the current market rate in the market. For example, if you have bought gold in like 2000 rupees, but the current market value of the same gold would be like 3000. The similar logic is what we trying to apply here. So we might, there is also a rate called as KD, okay, cost of debt. That is a different rate. Okay, so don't confuse between these three terms. The examiner sometimes quotes an interest yield defined as the coupon or market price. So interest yield is nothing but another percentage. So you take the coupon interest divided by the market price of the bond. So we should also use X interest price rather than the cum interest price. So what is X interest price? X interest price is the cum interest price minus the interest. So that is what you should use for debt valuation. So valuation of preference shares is like very quite the valuation. So next we'll move on to the valuation of preference shares. The valuing of a preference share is like very easy. The value of preference share is P0 equals to dividend divided by the cost of preference share. So there are just like three numbers are involved. So the P0 is equal to, a firm has a 12% preference share with a nominal value of $1. So 12% is the dividend rate and the value on which it is declared is 1. Currently the required rate is 14%. What is the value of preference share? So as the $1 is a single rate, okay, single preference shares rate, the value that we'll get is also a single shares value. So when we solve this, we get 0.857. So that is the value of the preference share. Okay, so this is a per share value, not for the value for the entire company. So that's about the valuation of preference shares. We'll move on. So here we have come to the valuation of debt. So the valuation of debt has like different workings. So the first one is irredeemable debt. So it works like this. The market value of an irredeemable debt is interest before tax divided by KD before tax. Or if you take, or else you can also work it like this. If it's going to be interest after tax, then your KD should also be after tax. So it is not that we are multiplying the number, okay? It's like representing interest if the numerator and the denominator should be like same. If the numerator is after tax, the denominator should also be after tax. If the numerator is before tax, the denominator should be before tax. Don't mix and match, then you won't get the answer. So we'll start with this company, valuation of irredeemable debt. A company has issued irredeemable loan notes with a coupon rate of 7%. If the required return of investors is 4%, what is the current market value of the debt? So again, we'll take it as P0. So again, this is in terms of per debt value or per loan note value. So the company is paying 7%, but we don't know on what nominal value it is being paid. So we'll assume that the nominal value is 1. If we assume the nominal value is 1, then we'll divide it by the KD. So we'll directly get the answer. So the value of a $1, okay, the nominal value $1 is being traded at 1.75. So that is the valuation of the irredeemable debt here. So we'll move on to the next problem, but this problem is not very good in understanding the before tax, the after tax, the nominal value. It's just to show you how the numbers are like divided. So we'll move on to redeemable debt. How does a redeemable debt being traded or being valued? See, here our work is like very simple. We have to take the interest and multiply all that interest before tax interest. It's very keen here. Okay, you take all the interest before tax, multiply by the annuity factor and get a value. So the value is a present value. Then take the capital repayment or redemption value multiplied by that year's discount factor, you will get the present value. Add both the present values, you will get the value of redeemable debt. So the key part to remember here is the interest payment is before tax. Okay, so this is like very important. So ensure that you remember it always. We'll move on. So we have a question here. A bond has a coupon rate of 8.5% per annum. The next interest payment will be made in 1 year's time. The bond will repay the par value of 100 when it matures in 7 years' time. Calculate the expected current market value of the bond if yields to maturity on similar bonds are 7%. So we'll try to solve it through a table. So in exam, you're not required to do a table and then solve it. Okay, only for teaching you, I'm doing this table format. Once you are like comfortable, then you can actually do it without a table. So we'll start. So we have two elements here. One is the interest element and the other one is the redemption value element. There are two elements here. So interest is paid for how many years? Interest is paid for the first year to the 7th year, and redemption is done on the 7th year. Okay, on cash flow, the interest that you are going to get is 8.5% on 100 of nominal value. So you will be like getting how much of interest? Your interest will be 8.5 on a nominal value of 100. That is, you will be like getting 8.5 only. This is before tax. It's like very important. That is before tax. Okay, so if you want, I'll put it here. This is before tax. So remember that, before tax. And what is a discount factor? In the question, there will be two percentages. 1% is a coupon rate or interest rate on the bond. Okay, this is what the bond pays. But the market value in the for the interest, okay, the market yield or the yield to maturity that they will be mentioned. Okay, they will mention another percentage either in the name of yield to maturity. So that is the discount factor. So the discount factor in this sum is 7%. And at what value is the redemption is happening? The bond is redeemed at $100. Okay, so we have got two sets of numbers here. One is for the interest and the other one is for the redemption value. We have two sets of value. So we look at the annuity factor table. So here for this interest, we have to look at the annuity factor table, and for here we have to look at the discount factor table. So first we look at the annuity factor table for the interest. So we have to find out For 7% and for 7 years, the number comes to 5.389. And for the redemption value, for the 7% and 7 years, we get 0.623. So we'll multiply the numbers. Number comes to 45.8 and this number comes to 62.3. So add both, that comes to 108.1. So this is the value of redeemable bond. Okay, so that the value is 108.1. So if you want, we'll explain it. So if you want, we'll explain it once more. So there are like two cash flows which are coming from the bond. One is the interest and the other one is the redemption value. Take the interest before tax. So that interest occurs for 7 years from first year to the 7th year. Redemption value occurs for only on the 7th year. Interest, you are going to get 8.5% on the bond. So the bond is going to be redeemed at $100. So the nominal value will also be $100 only. So on $100, compute the interest, that comes to 8.5, and the redemption is going to take place at $100. So you will take 100 as a cash flow. For the discount factor, you have to take the yield to maturity, which will be given in the problem. So take that as a discount factor. So for 7 years, for 1 to 7 years at 7%, we have to look at the annuity table. So in annuity table, the number comes to 5.389, and there's a single, the redemption value is a single cash flow which is going to occur in the 7th year alone. So that will be for the 7th year, 7% discount factor, the number comes to 0.623. So we have got the PV numbers here. We will add both and we got the value of redeemable bond. So that's about the valuation of redeemable bond. We'll move on. You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page. So you can visit at these places. If you just type Shyam Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.